Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Let's Get Fired. If you have any questions you want us to ask our guest or have any crazy work stories you want to share with us, go ahead and email them to us at letsgetfiredpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's letsgetfiredpodcast@gmail.com. Let's get into it.
We got a football major here.
You got a football major.
They didn't even know like who Polynesian people were.
Yeah.
You guys don't have like the chillest people ever.
We had one, like I said, and the one threw a desk at a teacher.
They can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden.
The doctor was telling me, like, dude, watch out for the gum though. You can do as much ecstasy as you want. Just cool it on the take 5. No.
Yeah, dude. LSD is all natural.
What is the gum brand? Big
extra. No,
Big
take,
5,
no,
Big Chew.
5 gum.
No, what's the Big Red?
Oh,
dude,
Big Red.
I'm so fucking. We have a guest today.
Yeah,
Yep.
We got a guest.
we do.
Yeah, we do.
He's
Amen.
our buddy.
Mhm.
He has played football for the University of Wisconsin.
Amen.
Badger.
He's a Badger.
Big Badger.
Also spent some time at Villanova.
Mm-hmm.
Spent some time
Yeah.
at the University of
I
Chicago.
didn't even know Villanova
Yep.
had a ball.
I don't know if they have
Yep.
one. I don't, but
I was
University
also
of Chicago,
down Kentucky.
Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
did some time
Chicago.
at UConn
UConn.
basketball team.
Yep, I did a little bit on the basketball team there. Been on the
Purdue.
baseball team at LSU.
Mm-hmm.
What position are you playing basketball?
Basketball, I'm a point
Center.
guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then at where you Pepperdine, you're on the baseball team. Reliever.
Yeah.
Yep. I was relief pitcher, and then I was
UVU lacrosse, right?
did UVU lacrosse, and then I was on the wrestling team for BYU.
And
Wow.
then University of Portland rowing team as well.
Yeah.
Lead.
Yeah, not a lot of
lead
people know that
shaftman.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
not a lot of people know that
How
one.
many
That one's
degrees
kind
did
of
you get?
a few. One in football, one in economics,
Mhm.
one in.
When in eye contact.
I do tell people that I majored in football.
I like that. It's like,
It's
oh,
fun.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
had
kinda
somebody
true.
believe me the other day. You know, it really is. I mean, my major was economics, but it was really football because economics at the U at the time, I don't know what it is now, but at the time, it was just a joke. It
Yeah.
was an absolute joke.
University of Wisconsin.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, no,
You
he
go.
went to multiple schools. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
I
up.
gotta, you gotta keep up. There's a lot.
Mm.
Master's degrees, all sorts of things.
Yeah, I mean,
PhDs.
That's fun.
Most qualified guy walking in here so far.
Pretty much.
Yeah, actually.
Pretty
I know,
much.
shut the fuck up, Nicholas Stubblefield.
The most.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Nicholas
Yeah,
Stubblefield.
that's right. Nicholas.
Nicholas
Field.
Stubblefield's like, I'm
I'm a nuclear engineer.
and I like
Yeah.
politics. Like, dude, eat a
What?
fucking dick made out of plasma.
Yeah, that's right.
We got a football major here.
You got a
Yeah,
football
dude.
major.
Football
You got a
econ-
Hall
football
of Famer.
econ.
You got a Hall of
Hall of
Famer.
Famer.
Hall of Fame.
In the house.
Yeah, welcome to 08, undefeated.
That's right.
So
District
I don't know
champs.
if you know
District
the
9.
premise of the podcast. We
Yeah.
interview you and decide if we would hire you or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Already
fun.
looking good.
I'm already
Say.
doing all right.
Already want to say you're hired
Yeah.
just right off the
I
bat.
mean, I have a pretty good resume.
I do.
Yeah.
I do like the drip, as the kids say.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
No, you know what they say now? They say I like the Hawk Tua.
the hawk.
Yeah,
I like
the
Hawkatua.
Hawkatua.
Yeah.
I do have that Hawkatua.
Harvey Unga. I like the Harvey Unga.
The Harvey Young
The
Hawkatua.
The Harvey Unga. I don't,
Louis Vacapuna.
I don't know what any of these words are.
You don't know these words?
No.
Well,
Well, you
don't
need
worry,
to get
you'll
with it.
learn.
You need to get
All
with
right.
it there.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm not
Drew.
on the TikTok.
What are
Are you not on TikTok?
No,
he thinks
I'm
it's
not.
the devil, so he goes on Instagram Reels.
I don't even do Instagram Reels.
So what do you do?
Oh,
I do long videos on like crime videos on YouTube. That's like my thing.
Oh yeah, you and Elliot.
You're a
actually-
true crime.
Yeah, yeah, much
Who's
better.
Your,
much
who's
better.
your Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite on the true crimes?
Ooh, dude, today I listened to a documentary about this family that they wanted to. So their son got this chick pregnant, and they thought their grandson was in danger because this chick was white trash, and like they thought the baby was in constant danger. So they're like, we gotta kill her so we can get the baby. But they're like, it'll be too obvious if we kill her. They'll know that we did it. So we gotta kill the whole family. And they killed 8 people in one night. in 3 different houses.
What?
Yeah.
Where was this?
Ohio.
Jeez.
Shout out to Ohio.
Also, they're like, that family is white trash. Also, the family that committed the murders lived in a trailer. Like that.
Yeah, they're like,
It's
these
a-
people are garbage humans. Let's murder them.
It's a foolproof plan.
No way.
Well, it did seem there was like one small piece of evidence. So they bought shoes from Walmart to wear for the murders, and they disposed of the shoes immediately. But then the cops found the receipt of in their house. So I'm like, dude, just throw away your receipt. Like, if
Throw the
everything
whole thing
everything
away.
you buy for a murder, you don't keep. Like, that's,
No, we got
So,
to.
should we keep this just, just so we can kind of think
Like,
about
do
it,
we?
reminisce?
Do we itemize this? Like, this
Yeah.
It's actually gonna.
Oh,
this might
and
put
then,
us. This might
we're
put
gonna
us.
have to write this off.
might
so we
put
need
us
to
in
keep
a
the
hole.
receipt. Yeah.
Then they made a fake notary that saying that the girl, the mom of the baby, signed that they would have full custody of the baby if something ever happened to her. And they dated it before the murders, even though they drafted this document like well after the murders.
Yeah.
Well, that happens.
That happens.
So almost worked.
Yeah, they almost got away
him.
with it. I mean, they had the police looking for like a year before they
Really?
cracked it. Yeah.
Wow.
So they definitely thought they got away with it.
They were just like going to the like Chili's, being like, "Woo! Everyone's getting a triple dipper." Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
and then
That's funny.
dude, when they got caught, they all like took plea deals snitching on each other.
Oh,
Like, there was no
perfect.
loyalty in that family.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
It was a bummer. I would be pissed if my brother.
When did that happen?
I think in like 2016?
Oh, so pretty
Yeah,
recent.
not long ago.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man, people
I was-
still murdering each other. That's wild.
I thought they just stopped.
Yeah, I thought murder stopped.
I thought it stopped too.
Like in the 80s.
because I thought it was like,
it was like taboo.
I thought
You know.
Mark Zuckerberg was like, guys,
Yeah, it's like
Hey,
I see everything.
Instead of-
Stop.
instead of stabbing them, poke them.
Yeah.
I mean, does Facebook even have that anymore?
I think, I know it does.
It does.
Yeah, I think you can still poke someone,
We were talking
which
about
is
it
one of the
yesterday.
weirdest like,
Yeah.
like things they ever added. You can just be like,
Hey,
hey,
okay.
remember how I'm still here?
Maybe I'll
Dude.
just poke people on Facebook. That'll be my thing.
Yeah.
I'll just start poking people.
So it's like it's like you're winking at them like, hey.
Yeah, like, hey.
Dude, I miss old Facebook.
Can I get another one of those, please?
Yeah. No, old Facebook was fun.
Yeah. Also, like,
Farm
But when you
Bill.
needed a college email,
I was after that.
oh, buddy, that was the original. That was the
Oh,
OGs.
I was not.
That was the beginning of social. That was right when I came home from my Mormon mission. I had that to look forward to.
Hallelujah.
dude,
Whew.
yeah, I was a sophomore in high school when I got Facebook.
He was a freshman.
My first social media. I wasn't allowed on MySpace because my parents were convinced I'd get molested. Because like CNN ran a story every night, like,
Yeah.
your kid on MySpace? Well, guess what? They've already been fucked.
Yeah. Anderson
They've already had a finger in their ass.
Wolf Blitzer just telling it like it is. Like, I fucked your child. I mean, like, my dad was like wouldn't let me have like an email. Like, he was
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, like was like
Really?
very anal about it until like he kind of had a bit of a he had a little meltdown because we didn't know he's bipolar. So once that happened, kind of the guardrails came off, and then I just created a Facebook without telling him, and then they never really knew what I was doing after that. Like, they didn't even know what classes I took in high school.
Really?
Oh, that's crazy. Well, neither did my parents, but
No, they're just
That's
like,
fun.
"You're doing good." I was like, "Yeah." And they're
you're
like,
doing all right,
"Nice." So, anyways,
No, that reminds me. My kids, he signed up for seminary this year, so that he can sleep in the mornings.
good move.
right? Isn't that a good
Great.
move?
that is a really good move.
Yeah, until he's like finally
Yeah,
like, Dad,
he
you know
found
what?
the loophole. He was talking to his Mormon friends, and he was like, "Wait, I can sign up and not go and still get credit."
Yeah, and they'll probably find a way for you to graduate seminary anyways.
Yeah, no, for real.
Like-
They want them so badly.
Yeah.
They want the numbers.
Oh yeah. Oh,
right?
dude.
They want that college, that CES.
Dude, when I graduated seminary, I graduated with 3 years, which I don't know, that doesn't mean anything. Graduated 3 years of seminary, and the ceremony right before that was my Eagle Scout Corps of Honor. So everyone was in like their Sunday clothes. I walked up in my full Scout uniform. I was like, "Thanks, guys."
Yeah,
And
dude.
yeah, so I was really just sticking it to everyone.
Hell
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
Big move.
I also
for me.
graduated seminary. All it was, you had to have 80% attendance.
Yeah,
And so
you just have to show up.
my senior year, I like went half of the time. So I had like do all these seminary makeups right at the very end so I could
Mhm.
graduate.
It's like, watch Donny Osmond. And then
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. Like my seminary teacher sucked. She was like making sure that like I did. She's like, you gotta listen to all these conference
Oh,
talks
dude.
and write papers on them.
seminary in Utah was a lot more fun. Just a lot more chill. People were like, dude, we just want you to come.
Yeah, no, we don't have like seminary buildings. Like my buddies, my best friend from high school, he went to a different high school, and
Sure.
he's real. No, but his school, they didn't have like a building nearby or anything, so they like met in his basement. Like
Easy.
the 5 Mormon kids in his high school, they just had seminary in his basement every morning at 6 a.m.
That could be kind of
Yeah.
funny. That could really turn into something else.
Wait, you had seminary in Spokane, like at the school?
No. I was at the Stake Center.
It's like early morning.
Yeah, it was 6 a.m. at the Stake Center,
Yeah.
which is like 2 miles from the high school.
Yeah. Makes sense.
No, yeah, dude. When I hear about like people growing up Mormon outside of Utah, I'm like, you shouldn't. Why did you even do it?
Yeah.
Like,
Why did you do it?
Like,
Well, I think Spokane molded me more culturally than being Mormon
Well,
in Spokane.
Of course, all the Mormons you meet who are like the ones I met from like the UK who were missionaries with me, they were like so much more normal. Because there's
Yeah.
we're from the UK.
Well, like,
Well, else that as much as normal as a UK person can be.
yeah.
I've
know.
talked to Clayton about that. I was like, I don't get why like all like in the comedy scene. I was like, in Spokane, I feel like I thought I'd relate to people more in Utah with the Mormon background.
Mhm.
But I was like, I feel like I relate to like the open micers in Spokane more. And Clayton was like, yeah, because you're part of like our,
You're
our
from
he's
there.
like, you're part of our tribe. Like you're not.
Well, I mean, it's a lot easier to get along with people that like you grew up there. So of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Hey, dude, you didn't grow up with me and RJ.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't know. I don't know the struggle.
Wait, RJ, what part of Utah did you grow up in?
Holiday.
Oh yeah, dude. Shout out to
yeah,
Hol- You go to
baby.
Olympus,
Olympus High.
dude.
Nice.
Good old
Olympus
Olympus.
High Titan.
Had a swim meet there.
Amen. Still
Mhm.
have some records there in football.
Shout out to Brown.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to Brown Floral.
Fuck yeah.
Worked there.
Dude, did you?
Got
Hell
fired
yeah.
from there.
Hell yeah. Are you still
Yeah.
going to Harmon's every day?
Not every day. I can't afford Harmon's all every day.
Dude,
I
Harmon's
it's
nice.
a treat.
It is a
dude.
treat.
It's
dude.
a treat.
It's so expensive.
have
at
extra
that one,
money,
too.
But it's so amazing in there.
If you have
really
extra money, you
is.
go to Harmon's to get cheese.
Well, dude,
yeah.
you go into the Orem Harmons. You're not even going to like the real.
Yeah, you
Like-
told me the real one's like
No, the
Lehigh.
The real ones
one.
will blow your fucking mind.
Yeah, the real ones it'll set your mind.
It'll
right.
make you like want to just be totally vain and only seek money.
I've been big
Mhm.
on Macy's lately. Which these are all Utah specific.
yeah, but
That
we're talking about very different things. You're talking about Macy's. We're talking about like the nicest grocery store in Utah. Macy's is like, it's like, oh man, Walmart. It's just like Walmart, local Walmart.
Yeah. Glorified.
Yeah,
what Macy's is local Utah. It doesn't exist outside.
I know. I'm saying it's just like we're talking about Harmon's, is also local,
Yeah.
but it's like it's nice.
Yeah, Harmon's is nicer.
I know, but you do like Olive Garden. So like,
I do.
Yeah.
imagine like you're saying like Macy's is like a local Olive Garden
Dude, my back
Harmon's-
is fucked up right now. I don't know what's going on.
because I'm
You
carrying
just-
the podcast.
You need
Maybe,
to stop.
dude. I got. Well, then why is my back?
Yeah,
hurting?
I don't
Why is
know.
his
I,
back
I-
hurting?
honestly, I said that and I was like, wait, that's the reverse.
That's the wrong way.
Hold on, never mind. Flip it. Anyways, RJ, what was your first job? Don't worry, this is still an job
This
interview.
is still a job interview. My very first job, I worked for my dad actually, and he owned gyms at the time.
Gold's
my-
Gym.
Not Gold's Gym. It was
Vasa
no,
That didn't exist yet.
no. It was
Planet.
It was gyms in Louisiana, so they were called Riviera.
Gyms in Louisiana.
And down in the
Crawdad
south.
Gym.
Yeah, Crawdad gyms. And my job was to call the appointments that his managers had made and make sure that they were real appointments. Because he thought that his managers and salespeople were like stealing from him.
Dude,
Oh, that's so funny.
I just
So that was my first job.
I'm still just thinking about these Louisiana gyms. He's like the classes, the instructors. But all right, boys, we're gonna do some lifting today. We're gonna lift.
Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby's we're gonna make sure you got the water, boy.
Well, you lift up this 10-pound bucket of gumbo above your head 15 times, and then we'll wrestle a gator after this.
And you
I'm gonna throw you in the bayou.
want to
If you
run away
swim-
from this raccoon.
If you swim back, then you're an Olympian.
Dude, so
I do declare.
you know like the guy in the overalls in Waterboy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I did a summer sales job in Louisiana, and our manager was like that,
Was that
level of
guy?
Cajun.
Hell
and
yeah.
I will not forget, his name was John King, and I just couldn't understand a fucking word he said.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
the way you like them.
Yeah, because
Where in Louisiana were you?
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, baby.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
You throw that butter on the brisket right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're making.
Nah, you're doing a crawfish broil.
Yep, you're not.
Like a
What's what?
crawfish
The
bar.
sales not going well because you're not offering them shrimp. You got to put the shrimp out first.
You gotta get that gator.
Put out that
You gotta
shrimp.
get that gator tail
I
with the
did
little
try it.
sausage.
I tried
You gotta get the
Gator.
andouille.
Yeah.
Gator's pretty good.
And say Forrest Gump.
It's like the chicken of the sea,
Took the chicken of the swamp.
like tuna.
Took
Yeah, it's chewy.
Yeah.
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 Use
Did you
that.
ever watch Swamp People?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude,
Dude,
that was the
I-
shit.
2010, that was like the show I would just binge.
Oh, it was the best. Those people are real too. Do you ever? Do you guys see Doug Townsend on Instagram?
Who is
He's
he?
brand new. Oh, dude,
On
he's
Swamp
a
People?
dude.
Wait, is the show
No,
still
no,
exist?
no, no, no,
Oh.
no, no, no.
This
This is just a random.
is new
dude.
swamp people.
This is the new. This is the original. He is a car salesman down in Louisiana. That all he does these videos. So it'll be like,
I know what you're talking
dude,
about.
it'll be like a video of like this girl and like she's got on like a bikini and she's like doing a little dance or whatever, and then it'll cut to him and she'll be like saying something and he'll be like, "Well, that's great. I'm selling this Dodge 2024."
No, this
Dude, it's
dude,
the funniest shit.
This is one.
ever.
This is
I'm telling
this
you.
is white girl, and she's like, I know everyone's looking at my man's, and he just cuts to him. He's like, that girl thinks she's black.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I got this Dodge
I got this
1500.
Dodge Challenger 2024. Oh, dude, and he's
Dude.
straight out of backwoods Louisiana. It is the
You know
shit.
they had like a meeting. They're like, how can we sell these?
No,
like,
for
this is-
real.
dude,
He's
That's
done more
genius.
marketing for
That's
that fucking
genius.
place.
Look at how much bigger he's got than fucking what's his name, Andy Elliott. He's that other car salesman
Yeah,
dude who
yeah,
got
yeah.
involved with the Ponzi scheme or whatever.
Yes, dude,
Yeah.
he talks shit on Andy Elliott too.
Oh, 'cause-
He's used Andy Elliott's videos and like cut to him like, all right, if you really want to sell cars, come see me. No,
Andy,
dude, it's the best
Andy
shit.
Elliott is fucking. He also Andy Elliott. Are you familiar with Andy Elliott?
No.
He's this total grifter. He wears the tightest pants.
Is he out of Utah?
No, he's out of
feel
like
like he-
Oklahoma.
Oh, I feel
No.
like he's out of Utah.
No, but
he looks like a
he wore
Utah guy.
he wears like super short shorts. I saw a clip today that he posted where he's like, "Dude, I'm just when I die, I know I'm gonna go to bed like die happy, knowing that no one will be able to fuck my wife the way I do." It's like he posted.
No,
this.
he did not.
He did. He did
Oh
post that.
my god. He wears his last name on his shirt.
It just says Elliott.
It says
Yeah.
Elliott.
And
And
he'll have
he-
dudes get up on stage with him because now his whole thing is just like he's one of those speakers
Dude.
who goes around and tells people like, you can make money like me, $10,000 for my course. He'll have people go on stage with him. He's like, take your shirt off, and
Oh,
and he'll be like, the only people that work for me, everyone has six packs. Everything
don't
it's,
have a
it's so
six-pack.
homoerotic.
Yeah.
Dude, this dude
It is the
flexes in the
gayest
mirror
shit.
while he bangs his wife.
Fuck.
Dude, he,
Yeah,
well, he
yes,
bangs his
please.
buddy,
Yeah.
not his wife. He's banging his best friend.
No, dude, he turns off all the lights. You don't know who it is.
Yeah, it doesn't
Um,
matter. Who cares?
Yeah, so he's this Louisiana guy is way more fun because he's just
Oh, dude,
I
Doug
just
is
love
the
he's just
shit.
like, we got this Dodge 1500 right
Dude,
here.
it is the best.
It's a Laramie.
Well, and he also just like owns up. He's like, I love strippers, I love titties, I love money, I sell cars, I fuck women.
He's a Louisiana
Like that
boy.
shit, dude. He really is
Dude,
through and
apparently,
through.
like Louisiana, like I've been
Dude.
seeing all these clips of like people in New Orleans, and like it doesn't matter like what race or what or gender people are. Everyone is just dancing.
Yeah,
Like these girls are on like there's like these like buses you can get on. Those like blast music out of it, and you can just drink in the back. And like they're driving past like this like old white man. He's got his like button up on. He just starts like having this like swag walk out of nowhere. And it's like dancing, and all his black girls like yeah, man. He just starts like dancing.
dude.
And everyone in
Yeah.
the comments was like, yeah, it's just Louisiana. Like
Dude, Louisiana's
so,
the
I
shit,
never
dude.
want to go there, but also
That
I
was
do.
No, you want.
I also really wanna go.
I hate
the-
Louisiana.
Why?
Hate Well,
He doesn't dance.
also I did door-to-door sales.
Yeah, you did door-to-door
in
sales
Louisiana.
in the summertime too.
In the summer.
And you weren't
Yeah,
talking about
that's
shrimp.
terrible.
I got the cops called on me
I'm
5
sure,
times.
at least.
I would call the cops on you.
I
Dude,
would
it
have
was-
too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call the cops on you right
Today, I'm gonna call him out. This guy's a fucking bad goatee.
Dude, it was it was funny. Like the first time I got the cops called on me, this lady, I knocked on her door and then she just like stared at me. I did my sales pitch. She didn't say anything. I was like, all right.
That's a yes.
And I just walked away. And then she followed me. But I didn't know she was following me. I went to the gas station to get water because it was like 100 degrees and humidity. And then I walked down to another street. And next thing I know, the cops roll up on me. And they're like, hey, you, what are you doing here? And then I'm like, I'm working. And they're like, why are you running away from this lady? And she'd been stalking me for like 3 or 4 blocks. I had no
Wait,
idea.
Well, they-
And she called the cops like, there's a suspicious white man in our neighborhood.
how's it
yeah,
feel?
You're
Hey,
so
how's it-
lucky.
hey,
Yeah,
hey.
you're so lucky. You're white.
Hey,
Oh,
you're
no, this was all black neighborhood.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
but how-
Okay.
how's
all
it
right.
feel?
Also, black cops.
All right, that's what's
So
up.
I,
They were getting
so
you.
we like
They're like, this motherfucker. We got him.
Uno
we got
reverse
him.
guard it.
We got him.
Officer.
and then, yeah, they weren't nice. And then, yeah, so they took my wallet. They just went through everything, like threw everything out of my wallet, grabbed my social security card. And then,
Really?
Like, yeah, and like ran it through the.
Were they making fun of you while they were doing it? Like, oh,
No,
this
well,
bitch poor.
The guy was convinced my ID was fake. He's like, why is it like this? And he's like bending it. And I was like, because we don't use like lamination from the 1980s. Like,
Yeah.
this is like,
We don't use tinfoil for our
Yeah.
like
and
driver's
then he's like, it bends. He's like, this isn't a real license. And so then the guy threw me up against the cop car and frisked me.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my,
He was waiting all day to do that too.
also
Yeah.
day 1 on the job.
Hell yeah.
really?
Day 1. Yeah. And then the guy's like, all right, dude, well, we just need you to know, like, this is the black neighborhood. And so you can sell that way in the white neighborhood. But you're from Washington, so you don't know how it works down here. But we do things. This was in Mississippi, actually. We do things different in Mississippi.
So wait, so they were
Yeah.
just telling you like, hey, segregation still
Yeah.
exists. Oh my god.
Dude, it really does.
Hey,
No,
up,
still
up,
to this day.
And then another
dude,
another
dude.
cop car came with white cops. And
they're like,
and
how
I'm
are you,
like,
kind
yeah.
sir?
No. And the white cops said the same thing. They said, yeah, they're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like, this is
They're like, what the fuck, buddy?
It's like I had
Yeah.
I knew a guy who went on his mission to like Chicago, and he was just like him and his companion were just like walking around like South Side Chicago just at night, and these cops like stopped him. And they're like, dude, what are you guys doing here? And they're just like, we're just serving the Lord.
We're just hanging.
But like, well, you need to leave. Like, but anyways,
Yeah, when
Dude.
I played football at the U, we played in the Sugar Bowl down in New Orleans.
mm-hmm.
And we met with the police,
Against
and
Alabama?
they had like a whole against Alabama. Hell yeah!
Mhm.
And then we had a meeting with the police, and they told us like, "Hey, don't go these areas. Don't go this. Once you get to this street, don't go here." I remember one of the things they said was like, if it starts getting like dark, like the lights, and like you're in an area that's dark, like you're in the wrong spot. You need to immediately go find light somewhere. Like
Oh,
go
yeah.
find
Find the
lights.
light.
Yeah, no, literally. They're like, go run to.
And they're like, we've been trying to figure out how to add lights in these areas.
Yeah,
we
for
just don't
real.
know how to do it.
I got
No, for
threatened so many times in New Orleans when I was doing door-to-door sales.
Oh
there.
yeah, dude. They don't fuck around with that
It
shit.
was-
So after Katrina, and then you're showing up like, hey, what were you
Yeah.
selling?
Yeah, home security,
What
and
years were you there? When were you there?
2015, and
15.
uh,
I would have been just
we
left.
went to a Saints preseason game where they had a ceremony because it was the 10-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah. Totally.
yeah, dude, it was wild. But we were doing home security, and our boss told us to lie and be like, we're just here because we heard there was a break-in in this neighborhood, and so we thought this would be a great place to sell some security. And every house, they're like, yeah, they got broken into yesterday, and like every house without
Oh,
fail.
yeah.
And then we'd make the sale, and they'd want to buy, and then they failed the credit check. And then, but we weren't allowed to tell them. So then we'd be like, all right, we'll have someone else come by later to set everything up. And then we'd leave. And I just did that over and over again.
So you're just, just kind of like be on a mission again where just nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, no success.
Like in the rich neighborhoods, they passed the credit check, but I wasn't like good enough of a salesman to sell to the rich people.
Yeah, like you see that neighborhood over there where I'm not allowed to go.
Yeah.
I could make a killing over there.
Yeah. Anyway, some of them might come over here.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Wait, so
Yeah.
I mean, so
So you're in that crawdad gym, or you're
Yeah.
talking to those people in the crawdad gym.
And-
you know.
football was probably one of your first jobs. I mean, I did no NIL back then.
No, I wish there was. That would have been
Will it
nice.
bum you out when you see all the Utah players in
Yeah.
their new trucks?
Dude,
It does actually bother me a little bit.
Cam Rising. He could play another year, right? Like after
He could.
I mean, honestly, he might have.
Dude,
to.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, he's making more money now than he will probably as an
and
NFL
he
player.
probably won't really
Probably
really
won't
get to do anything in the
much.
NFL
Yeah, I
unless
mean,
he has
probably
like
not.
an absolute breakout season.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
he could. Yeah,
But
he could do that and then like set up a bar in Utah and be set for life.
Oh yeah, no, totally be set for life. No, I mean that's the thing. A lot of these guys, they'll do that. I mean, there's definitely guys that I even played with that have stuck around and just kind of made a living off of random.
I mean, it's like
So-
it's like I mean, obviously it's different with these guys, but it's like the Stockton Malone car dealerships. It's like
Yeah.
Might as well.
You got to do it. So you're in high school, right? Playing football, running back. You said.
Mm-hmm.
You play defense,
Well, yeah. I
Yeah.
played safety. And
Okay.
Yeah.
but running back
Middle-
was your
middle
true
linebacker?
I
passion.
played a little linebacker. Yeah. Running
Okay.
back was the main thing though.
And then, so you got recruited, or did you walk on?
No. So this is actually kind of funny. So Southern Utah was at the time,
Thunderbirds.
the Thunderbirds was at the time the worst college football team in the nation. They had won like 2 games in like 4 seasons, had gone like years without winning. And they were the only school in the entire country that recruited me out of high school.
Hell yeah!
So I went there.
You're like a negative.
there.
Yes, I went
okay.
there because they were the
Zero-
only ones.
0-star athlete.
Literally the only ones.
Okay, so if this was the NCAA video game, you were
Yes.
coming out as a 1 star.
Yeah, 1 star. Yep. And so I went there out of high school, got a scholarship. I got a partial. They didn't even give me a full ride.
Oh, yeah.
I got a partial.
Now, is this before the mission?
This was before
Wait,
the
so
mission.
back in,
Yep.
in old days, money that was like $2,000.
Yeah, exactly. It would literally $2,000 about. Yeah, for real. No, legit. And so I did that for a semester, and then I went on my Mormon mission. And while I was on my mission, all of my coaches that were at Southern Utah ended up getting to be coaches at Utah.
Okay.
And so then when I was
Quite
on
the
my,
step
it
up.
really was.
That's quite.
It was
that's
huge. And so
massive
then
step
when I was
up.
on my mission, they were like, hey, we all got promoted. We all got to Utah. Do you want to come walk on?
This is a fiery.
And I was
institute.
like, yeah,
did
sure.
you play at Southern Utah?
Yeah, a little bit. I played some special teams, and then I played some running back. There was a ton of guys. So the interesting thing is that it's because Gary Anderson, he was the coach. I don't know if you know who he
yeah.
is.
Kicker?
I know what that is.
No.
He's
There was a
he
kicker
was a-
named Gary Anderson. The
Uh,
NFL kicker.
What was he?
Oh yeah.
What was his? What coach was he at Utah? Or
So at Utah, he was the defensive coordinator when I was there, and then
where did he go to? Is he still coaching?
no, not anymore.
Okay.
He went to Utah State, and then he went to Wisconsin. He was like he went
He
to
did
some
it, he
pretty
did.
good spot. Yeah. So he was the guy at Southern Utah, and then he brought a whole bunch of guys to Southern Utah that year, and we actually did pretty good. Like we won, I think, like 6 games compared to they had literally won. I think I'm not even joking, like 2 games in 4 years.
Okay.
Like,
Was
it was
that
so bad.
Southern? Is that FCS or is that Division 2?
They're
It's Division 1 now.
it's the one right below.
Isn't it? Wait,
No,
wait,
that's
wait.
FCS.
One, it would
Wait,
be,
never mind.
yeah, FCA, FCS.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I got confused. I was.
You played like Weber State,
Weber State, and
Utah Tech,
yeah.
Dixie State.
What's it? Montana.
Those guys. No, Dixie would have been like junior college.
Okay, we played like
yeah.
Montana.
It's like
Montana.
Was it the Big
yep.
Sky Conference?
We were actually independent at the time, but we played like Montana. We played McNeese State from Louisiana.
Idaho.
Oh,
like,
McNeese.
Idaho, like some Idaho
some
school.
Texas schools. But yeah, it was
Oh,
it was very that was it was a wild, weird.
Did you
weird
guys
time.
play any? Because like a lot of Division 1 or not FBS schools, they'll schedule like a FCS school at the start of the season.
Yeah.
To beat the shit out of them. Did that
Yeah,
happen
we
to you guys?
had Nevada. That was my very first game. Was Reno, Nevada,
Okay.
and we got beat by them. Pretty
yeah, I
good.
imagine.
Yeah, but that was the
Was
only. Yeah,
Kaepernick playing for them back then?
no,
not
no,
yet.
not yet.
That's-
Yeah, he had been a couple years later.
Yeah, Nevada was pretty good in the 2000s.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So my first game at Utah was at UCLA at the Rose Bowl.
Oh,
So that was pretty cool.
sweet.
Oh damn!
That
Wow.
was pretty cool.
Like
That was
How did
that was a
that
big
go?
step up. It was fun. We lost. I played a bunch though because we were losing, so I got to go in at the end of the game, which was fun.
Nice. What
Um,
position did you play?
Safety in college when I was in
Okay.
college at the U.
They didn't want you at running back.
No, I mean I played. I was the type of guy that I just wanted to play, so I was like, put me wherever, I'll play. I'll play
Yeah, yeah.
you
whatever.
were like Taysom Hill in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly. But I was just like, please, I just want to get to be like third string.
Mhm.
So they moved me from running. I started at running back at Utah, and then I eventually moved to safety.
There was a player that just got drafted by the Lions who's like similar to like he just played like every position. I think last year at one point they didn't have like I can't remember if he was like playing running back for a bit and then they had him play like they had him play they had him play like,
Baki
safety.
or Sione or
I think it's
something.
Vaki.
Yeah,
So,
Baki.
like Vaki just plays like everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
I think he's got drafted by the Lions.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's pretty normal. Like when guys came in, I mean, if guys would move around, especially at Utah, Coach Witt likes to put people on defense. So there was a ton of guys that would get moved around all
Because
the
like,
time.
that's what I've heard a lot about like Witt is like a dude will come in being like, this is the position I play. And he's like, no, actually you're this
Yeah,
position.
you're going to be
Yeah.
this. Yeah. No, totally. He does that all the time. Yeah. I mean, Paul Kruger. I mean, there was a bunch of guys like Kruger, for example, was a, quarterback. And they're like, no, man, you're going to play defensive line. Like
Alex
this is what
Smith
you're
was a
gonna do.
kicker.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're a quarterback.
Yeah. No, exactly.
When's the last time you talked to Coach Witt?
When was the last time? It's been a couple years. Probably 2 or 3. Oh, actually, I saw him at the Hall of Fame thing last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got inducted into the Hall of Fame for Utah, and he was there, and Scally was there. So
Dude, I like
Oh,
Scally.
sick.
Scally's a good one. Scally's a really good dude.
Dude, I forgot what I was gonna say, but no, dude, it's I'm excited for the new season. I'm very excited for NCAA 25.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's gonna be
that's really fun. Oh, I keep grabbing the wrong.
So
And
fun.
the players are in it now.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
in it now. Yeah,
And
I was in
they're
the,
all getting paid for
like
it?
2009 version. Yeah, I think so. I would hope they're getting paid.
They all
They are
get
getting paid.
$600 and a copy of the game.
Really?
Yeah, every player, but across 128 FBS schools. That's
Well, I think Arch
Yeah, that's
Manning
a-
got like 45K.
yeah.
Which
Well,
I don't
I heard
understand the
Arch- I
hype
heard Arch
around
Manning-
Arch Manning.
I heard Arch refused to be in the game.
Well, until they offered him money, and then he's like, But even that Arch Man, I don't understand the hype. Like, he doesn't even start.
Yeah,
Isn't he at Texas?
yeah,
and they didn't
he's
even start him.
backup.
Quinn Ewers.
yeah. Quinn Ewers is starting
It's
this
like-
year.
Just because he's a Manning, but like I don't understand why he's like the most talked about like college football player who doesn't play.
This is the kid. Whose kid is it? Peyton's?
He's a Manning.
No, Cooper Manning's
Oh,
kid.
Cooper's kid.
So he's
Yeah.
but still he's a Manning. So
yeah,
it's like,
but-
yeah.
His high school stats were ridiculous. He would put up like 7,000 yards passing, like as a freshman, like
Really?
something insane.
but
Really?
dude, it's also like I feel like high school. I don't. It's some of this shit is so like hard to gauge because like there are all the time there's amazing college athletes and they
Yeah.
go to the NFL and it's like
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
it's a jump. I mean, it's a huge jump. I mean, the jump from high school to college is a big jump, but the jump from college to the NFL, it's like, dude, it's
'Cause it's like-
insane.
because everyone's like, well, I'm the best player, and then like now you're surrounded with everyone who's the best player.
Well, no, it's funny
Well,
you say
that's
that
the same
because
thing. Like,
yeah.
well, high school to college, right? Everyone
Yeah.
was the best player at their high school.
No, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I was going to say. That we had a guy when he came in his first year, he was introducing himself and he was like, hey, yeah, my name's Eli and I'm from California and I was first team this and first team that. And he riddled out all this like things. And then when he got done, Eric Weddle was on the front row and he was like, yeah, so have all of us.
yeah,
Like literally, we've done everything that you just said.
yeah,
Right. And then you take that and you go, okay, now you've got those guys Now those guys, there's only 3 of those guys that are going to go to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, holy shit! Like,
No,
what
it's-
the fuck?
Yeah, and then there's like dudes who like I honestly I'm really fascinated with like sports psychology
Yeah.
because like I love because there's so many people that are like very very talented, like incredible, but like once like the pressure turns on, like people can fall apart, and
Yeah.
it's like because we've talked about like Tom Brady before, but like, I feel like that's one of the biggest things with him is like he just didn't crack under the pressure,
Yeah.
and like it's like that is such a rare thing. It's like to see these dudes who are just like ice. Just
Yeah.
like fuck
Also,
it.
Just, yeah.
What fuck?
Russell Wilson, he had his own private sports psychologist.
It worked.
His psychologist died the off season. He got traded to Denver.
Oh yes, that's why.
Like he had his own personal sports psychologist.
Oh yeah, that's why he's not the same.
I mean, I'm not saying that like
That's
there's
what got him.
there's something
Oh,
there.
wait,
That was it.
so really, this sports psychologist should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
That's right.
that guy
Hey, man.
carried him. Wait, so you were Eric Whittle's backup?
Yeah. In 2006. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Where did it? I'm too hot right now to like. I'm like I know Eric Whittle, but like where did he? Because
He played for the Chargers.
He's
He
like
played for
a
the
long time.
Chargers. He played for the
He's-
Ravens.
he might- Hall of Famer?
He might be a Hall of Famer.
He might be. Yeah.
Well, he's not like he hasn't been inducted, but like
that
he-
good though.
He was.
He was
I mean,
a-
he played for a long time. He just
Yeah.
barely retired just a couple
he
years
was
ago.
a Pro Bowler.
That's why-
he was like a
Yeah.
8-time Pro Bowler. Like
Yeah. No, he was very good, and he was very unassuming. He was the most unassuming guy I ever met. Like you would see him, and you'd be like, "This guy plays
Mhm.
football? Like what?" And then he gets on the field, and you're like, "Holy shit, like,
Dude,
what the fuck?"
There was this one guy I saw a video of. I can't remember his name. He played for like the Titans. And when he got drafted, I mean, he'd be in interviews. He'd have like glasses on. I can't remember if he was like a defensive end or something. He was on defense somewhere. And in the interviews, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, like, thanks. I'm just happy to be here and all that." And they'd show his game footage, and he'd be like, "Everyone, get the fuck ready!" And like he was like super smart. He's like, he's like, "This is fake. This is fake." Like it would just
Yeah.
the switch. Some of these guys can flip. It's
Yeah.
like it is wild because like in person they can just be like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Yeah, no,
How
very
are you?
unassuming. Yeah,
Like especially like I love like I went to school with a lot of like polys, and
Yeah.
you know like just like 6'8", and they'd be like, "How are you, my friend?
that's just the nicest.
What's up?"
Just the sweetest human
best
beings.
people to be
yeah.
around.
Yep.
And then like they get out there on the field and there's like fucking
Yeah, and they're like, "I'm gonna rip your spine
Yeah,
out."
animals.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. We had one poly at my high school because Spokane's very white.
it's more white.
we had one.
yeah, but
Well, so we had some Spokane guys here last week, and they were like driving here, and one of them, like the moment they pulled into Salt Lake, they saw like a black homeless guy, and he's like, "I just was not gonna think the first person we saw in Salt Lake was a black guy," and then they looked up the white population of like Spokane versus Salt Lake, and Salt Lake is like around like 60-something%, and Spokane's like 85.
Really?
oh, Spokane.
And they
No
were like,
way.
and then they were like, "Oh shit!"
I will
Maybe I've
say-
heard this before.
I will say, okay, here it's way more diverse here. I do think more black people in Spokane though.
Oh, probably.
Like the
Yeah.
15% of non-whites, black.
No, but we just have
we
like,
we don't have Mexicans.
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
yeah. So we have a little more Mexicans and
What
Polynesians.
about
So,
Asians?
our
No
food-
Asians?
No, very few
Dude,
Asians.
when I was in
Yeah.
when I was in Portland, like they didn't even know like who Polynesian people were.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, like everyone's
Portland?
white in Salt Lake, and I was like, no, it was like Mexicans, Polynesian. They're like, what? And I was like you don't have Polynesians here, like Tongans, like Samoans, and they're like, no, and I'm like,
Really?
what are these words?
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, you guys don't have like the chillest people ever.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
chillest
we had
human beings on planet
one,
Earth.
like I said, and the one threw a desk at a teacher. So
that's pretty sick.
they
like-
can do that.
yeah,
They can do that.
like,
Yeah.
they all like he just chill, and then he becomes the Hulk out of
No.
nowhere.
Oh, dude, I remember there was that like thing for a while, like on the internet. It was like there were people putting together like the all white like NFL team.
Oh yeah,
Versus the all black.
yeah.
And then I remember people be like,
dude, the all white team.
where do the polys go? And they're like, we got to keep them out of it because they're like, if we put together the all poly team, like it's too crazy because
yeah.
the all poly team could just like
Tua.
go insane.
Yeah.
But that was a fun debate because
Yeah,
like it would be like people would be like Max Crosby's black. Like,
dude, I remember my senior year of high school, we went to the playoffs, and my high school was not good at football, and so we hadn't won a playoff game in school history, and we had to go all the way to Wenatchee, and which was like a 3-hour bus ride.
Shout out to Wenatchee.
Oh yeah, Wenatchee,
Yeah.
baby.
Shout out to Wenatchee.
We get to Wenatchee. They have one Poly on their team and led their team in the haka facing us.
Oh yeah.
And our one Poly was like, "Fuck these guys," and then we beat them like 28-0. Like,
Oh my
That's
god.
right.
but dude, you can't do the haka unless you're like gonna beat the shit out of the
No,
other
dude.
team.
No,
Like,
BYU does it all the time.
Yeah, you should have had your two Polynesians just get in the middle and like had a fight before the game to settle it.
Dude,
We're gonna settle this
Dude,
the
it's
old
like-
way.
dude, it's like we both teams. We just had our own Pokemon.
Yeah, for real.
oh,
Send them out.
dude. Okay. I mean, we obviously want to talk to you a lot about football because it's just fun. No one else is gonna have this experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one else we're gonna have on the podcast gets to have this conversation. It gets to be like, yeah, I was on a team that was undefeated. But you still, I don't know, man. Like, you still into football? You still watch it, or are you kinda
Not really, actually.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I
you did it.
I mean, I did it. I watched for a couple years after, and then after like 10 years, I was like, this is kind of boring. I just like playing it. It was fun playing. Watching it's not that fun.
I guess
We
it
should-
must be a kind of. I guess I can understand that too a bit. It's like when you go, if you just went to an open mic and just watched, and
Yeah.
you never performed,
Yeah.
you'd be like, yeah, I don't know if I want to go.
Yeah, I don't
anymore.
know. Yeah, no, it literally is like that. It's like going to an open mic and you're just not performing, and you know that you can perform. You know you've performed
The whole
before.
time
You know
that
you've done it.
I would intercept
I would
that.
have done
I would
this.
accept
Yeah, no,
that.
exactly.
You ever
And
get
so then
the
it becomes like
itch?
more frustrating.
Get the itch to join like a rec flag football league.
I actually have just recently gotten the itch back in the last like couple weeks, to be honest. But I haven't had it before that. But yeah, I
We should
recently.
make a all comedians rec
Dude,
flag
I
football
would.
team.
Yeah.
I would love to play some football.
It'd be fun.
I feel this honestly. I like watching baseball more now, but I remember before I was more into it. I was like, it's so much more fun to play. Like when I would like go
Yeah.
out and just like throw a ball around with my friend, I was like, this is so fun. But like then I would sit and try to watch it before like, I really understood everything about the sport. And you're like, this isn't that cool. But
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's fun.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, playing is way more fun. It is. It's a lot more fun.
Especially when there's like only like 10 people on the field because then you're like involved in every play.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah,
But-
and where the itch came is I was talking to my buddy who's on a flag football team, and we were kind of like talking about like strategy because they have like a co-ed league, so you have to have the women involved, like a certain amount of plays and stuff like that. And so then I started like talking like strategy, and I was like, I need to
Dude.
go play. This is kind of fun.
Well,
Thinking
have you
about
heard
this.
They're gonna add like flag football to the Olympics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're gonna let NFL players play.
so NFL
like
players,
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek
What?
Tyreek Hill can be involved.
That would be wild.
And like, dude, I would
That's
just
the real
Did
dream
you
team.
see?
No,
Did
I
you
would
see
just-
where they had like a football, like a world championship recently?
Well, I
Yeah,
saw that like
for like the U20s, and
It was like some random.
was like the
Japan beat the fuck out
yeah,
of us.
Japan won.
but also because
All of our players were JUCO guys, though.
well,
Yeah.
it's like who the fuck
Yeah.
did we send?
yeah,
But, like,
exactly.
well, I
We
saw.
weren't sending our best.
Well, I
It's
just
like
saw a
the
clip-
Mexicans.
Sure
Well, I just saw a clip
Yeah.
the other day. It was like an interview with Joe Burrow, and he's like, "I want to be on this flag football Olympic team." I was like, "Dude, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill,
Seriously.
just like, what are you guys gonna do?" Like, I want another sport that like just no one can compete at except
Yeah.
us, because basketball is starting to get more competitive.
it is.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
now that you have Jokic.
You got Jokic, you got Jokic,
Dude,
you got-
I mean, Team USA though took care of Canada yesterday.
well, yeah. I
and
mean, was
No,
Jamal Murray
Can-
playing?
Canada is supposed to be like the second best team going into the
No.
tournament this year.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Who do they have?
It's like Jamal Murray.
Yeah, they
Uh,
I think I'll look Holly Burden,
Yeah,
They-
I mean they're good, but
Olenek,
I feel like the European teams I'm more afraid of because the Europeans, like obviously
Andrew
not
Nemhard.
Nemhard.
Yeah,
They know that's
from
a
the
name.
Pacers.
I don't know.
They got
Yeah, I don't
Canada has a
Hey,
team,
guess what? Just send Timmy out there. We'll win.
dude, for USA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any-
One of those.
Yeah, any player from Gonzaga,
Dude, Mark
just on
Mark
the Gonzaga team out there.
Dude, Mark Few's the assistant coach for the USA team.
Who's the head coach?
Steve Kerr. Yeah, it's
Wait,
Steve Kerr and Mark Few.
and his son. Do you know Steve Kerr's son? What, you don't?
No.
Steve Kerr's son. You know what his name is? Nick. And it's not. And it's no. And it's not Nicholas.
Are you serious?
It's Nick.
Are you guys fucking?
No,
with
no,
me?
no. Look it up. Look it up on your phone right now.
Steve Kerr's
It's
son.
Nick. And then announcers sometimes will mention him and they're like, and it's Nick Kerr.
No way. no way. They like pause. They're like, we cannot.
Dude, he found the loophole. Because they're like, what the fuck? He's like, I love my son.
Dude, that is so good.
It's
He's at his son's game, just
Yeah.
going nuts.
go Nick.
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And I'm not
That's
kidding.
So good.
It's like it is one of the
Oh, that is
craziest,
gold.
like Steve Kerr. Like,
that is gold.
can you imagine like does Steph Curry ever bring this up? Like, what's all right? What's up? Your
Dude,
son's
that's
name?
so good. Oh my
You know,
god.
but when you win enough championships, you played with Michael Jordan. They're like,
Yeah.
don't worry about
But
it.
you earned it.
You
bud.
earned it, buddy.
The U.S. is about to run through this tournament easily.
I mean,
'cause
who's our
it's
team's pretty-
Steph Curry, LeBron, Joel Embiid.
He plays for America.
Yeah, he switched citizenship to play.
Like, yeah.
Wait, why? Where's he from?
He's African.
Ghana. Yeah, but
Oh.
he got citizenship here, and then he said, "I want to represent the country my son was born in."
Well, I saw Kawhi Leonard just dropped out.
Yeah,
which,
Kawhi Leonard,
which
dropped
makes sense. It's the most Kawhi Leonard thing ever.
out. Yeah,
Somebody
he
said
wasn't-
Bronny took his place. Is that true? That's
no
not true.
way,
Right?
Bronny
That's
took
not
his
true.
place.
Also, Tuck.
Bronny.
Isn't it insane that Bronny got drafted? A guy who averaged 5 points in college.
Hey, Drew, are you actually trying to say that it's insane that LeBron James's son got drafted?
A little bit, like there's
A little bit.
Yeah, like
no. You can't look at it just by the numbers. It's LeBron James' son. And which team did he get drafted to? LeBron's team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
It's not crazy. It's
I
just
mean,
there's a name
It's
for it.
marketing.
You think
It's
that- and
marketing.
Nepotism.
like if let's say Tom Brady
And they're
was still
already-
playing
no.
and one of his sons was like a safety at
he would
Sam
he would
Houston.
They're
be
making
on
out
the
on
Buccaneers.
fields with each other.
No, it's how it goes. It's just how it goes. Also, like, they're already talking about him all the time on Sports Center and shit.
Yeah.
It's like it's what he's built for. It's just a
I mean, they could have brought him on as a free agent. They didn't have to
no dude.
waste a pick.
What do you got? 54th drafted 54th.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty high, but
Who cares? Then the Lakers are worse.
yeah.
Is people mad at that? If the Lakers are worse,
No, I'm not.
see,
I'm not.
just shut the fuck up.
Just count your
Yeah,
blessings.
Shut the fuck up. That did you
Just count your blessings,
Oh,
shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah,
I will feel like a fucking idiot if Bronny is like ends up being really good.
he's the next.
Like,
He's the
he's
next.
the
He's
shit.
the next. He's the next Gobert.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. So another unofficial job. You have assisted Colin in hunting predators.
Yes, I have.
How nerve-wracking is that? How many times have you gone with him?
I've gone with him the most. I bet I've probably done at least 10. I would say, yeah, somewhere around that.
And you're the camera guy every time.
I'm the camera guy. Yep.
Are you like ever worried like this might
every
be
time.
the one?
Oh, 100% every time. Yes. It's definitely the scariest thing I've ever done by far in my life.
And you were on a field with Nick Saban.
Yeah,
So-
I was on the field with Nick Saban. I've done some scary things, but it's very nerve-wracking. The first time we did it, I'll never forget. It was the scariest thing I've ever
the
done.
blizzard.
Wait,
The
at,
blizzard.
at Paradise Buffet.
Paradise Buffet, 45th
Hey.
South State Street,
Hey,
baby.
shout out to Paradise Buffet. I've
We're-
been there multiple
That
times.
guy went along and
Mhm.
stayed there. Were you just shocked?
I was shocked. Yeah, I was by the car. That one, I was so terrified. We were driving there, And I remember just talking to Colin, like, what are we doing? Like, this is insane. Like, this is literally, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
We're about to go meet this pedophile. What are we doing? This
Yeah.
is stupid. And then we're sitting in the parking lot, and I was still just like,
Yeah.
this is, what are we doing? Like, we can't do this. This isn't right. Like, no, this isn't how this works.
Also, do you have a gun?
Yeah, like, no, at the time we didn't know. The first one we didn't.
I know Colin.
No, we
does.
have packed. No, in the past.
Okay.
No, that first one though, we didn't. No, we had nothing. No, so we went in, we raw dogged that shit. And I remember we were sitting in the car and we see the guy approaching. And I remember thinking to myself, RJ, just because I was in the driver's seat and I was like, just drive away. Like, just fucking leave. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is insane. And Colin was like, all right, get the camera. And he just throws the door open and goes out. And so I get out of the door and I'm like, literally, I step like a step away from the car and I just stay there. And I'm like 50 feet away from him. And I just zoom in as much as I can. And I'm like, I'm not even going near this. Like, I want nothing to, like, I was so terrified that we were going to get killed or
Did
something.
you see Gavin McInnes roast your camera work?
Oh, I'm sure he did. Oh, my camera work was so bad. The first one was so bad.
I don't know. I think it's iconic.
Oh, so bad.
like-
It was so bad. I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
And so he did the interview. I didn't even hear, I could hardly hear what they were even saying because they were so
Yeah.
far away. And then he gets done and then we get in the car and I was just like, what the fuck did we just do?
Yeah.
We just interviewed a pedophile. We just interviewed a guy that thought he was meeting a 14-year-old kid. And we were like, both of us, like, we were just back and forth the whole car ride home. Like, I can't believe we did this. I cannot believe we did this.
I remember, like, also, I think that guy lives in the apartments I live in, like the apartment complex I live in.
Nice.
Because you're right behind Paradise
Yeah,
by Fate?
I mean, it might be another version, but there's like a couple. I live in like one like right behind it.
No, it's right
Yeah.
behind it. No, he lives right there.
Yeah,
You probably do.
Mine's like there's like a river, then there's mine. But I remember watching it. I was in the bathroom in Portland. I'm just like scrolling, and I just see like calling this blizzard, and I was like watching it, and I was like, "This is insane." And then at the same time, I was like, "This is genius." Like, you got a pedophile cornered because you're like, "Hey, you can't leave, otherwise I'll call the cops. So answer these questions." 3. And like, dude, people like, I know like comics in Portland who are like, have you seen this video? I'm like, that's my friend.
No, dude, it is insane. No, and that's the funny
Yeah.
thing. We did talk about that on the car ride home. I remember we were dude, it was so crazy because we really did. We were like sitting there and we were like, this is gonna change everything. Like, this is insane. Like,
Yeah.
what we just did was absolutely fucking insane.
Now, what do you feel about? Have you seen like? There's been kind of copycats recently.
Totally.
Who are like, because the thing of like catching a pedophile that's been done a million times, but a game show and making
but-
them participate in something they don't
No,
want to do.
no one's caught a pedophile and made it fun.
Yeah.
Well,
no, we
have you
have been the only ones that have made it fun.
Made it
Have
fun,
you seen what some of these people are doing now?
No, dude, they're beating the shit out
Yeah,
of
dude.
them.
There's guys.
They're throwing
making them
shopping
box.
carts at
They're
them.
making one
Well,
guy
people
made.
have been doing that
one-
before that.
no, one guy made a pedophile recently wrestle an alligator.
What? Really?
What?
Yeah, dude. YouTube that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
There was
one.
a guy who there's this.
I need to see
there was like
that.
an OG pedophile hunter on YouTube. He like made this pedophile jump in the Hudson River, and then ironically, that guy got caught. You know, DMing like a 14-year-old girl. But what can you do?
Yeah.
You know, love. You know, he flew too close to the sun.
Wait, you mean the guy that was
The
catching
hunter.
people?
Yeah, no, the guy was catching people.
Oh.
yeah.
Dude,
Which
what a-
also like
what a
these.
See,
great-
I don't
what a-
know how you could do that.
What a great cover.
After hearing like some of the shit that some of these guys have said on text message and shit. Yeah, I don't know how
Wait,
you could do that.
I also just like this guy's like, I'm meeting this 14-year-old, and then he sees you guys' car. He's like, oh yeah, this 14-year-old has a license.
No, for real. No, for real. And then once you so after the first one, it has gotten easier to do it. It's still fucking scary, but after you see kind of how they are, because they
pattern.
got caught, right?
Yeah.
Like they got caught. They're in a bad situation. They screwed up, and so you're in kind of the driver's seat to a
Mhm.
certain extent, right? And yeah, so fucking with them is fun.
Do you
But-
feel weird like filming and like? Cause there was one in front of a Walmart, like
Yeah.
in Orem or Provo.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You feel weird like filming in front of people.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
people are like,
no.
what are they doing?
No, for sure. That's one of the hardest things is navigating some of the people that are walking around because like the last one that we did, because now people are doing it and it's become a thing. Like we were in Walmart and we were following a guy and people immediately knew what we were doing. They were like, is that guy a pedophile? Oh,
Yeah.
we're going to beat the fuck out of him. And then like one of them, no, for real. Like we had one of the groups, like they followed us out and they had every intention of like, we're going to beat the shit out of this guy. And we
then
were
you
like,
have to, like,
no.
defend him.
Yeah. We're like, no, for real. Yeah, no. We need to fuck with him first.
He's not a bad guy.
Yeah, no. Let us mess with him first.
He's our pedophile.
Yeah, no, this is our guy.
He's misunderstood.
Yeah.
Okay, we just
No,
want to
for real.
put him on our game show.
Yeah.
and then we don't. After that, we're not law enforcement, so we can't arrest him. So
we can't do anything.
yeah,
that's been-
but he doesn't know who Tom Brady is. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
You should beat him up for that.
Yeah.
Were you involved when they had the guy who offed himself?
No, thank God. That was one of the few that I was not involved in. So I do kind of claim that I was involved. But
What didn't happen with you?
Yeah,
Stolen
but-
valor.
Yeah, still a little stolen valor on that one, but yeah, it's kind of a blessing in disguise that I wasn't involved in that one.
It would be
But yeah.
tough. That'd be.
It was. I remember the conversation. I remember Colin calling me and telling me about it, and then sending me the voicemail and hearing the voicemail. I was in St. George at the time, and it was
Wait, he sent you guys voicemails?
well. No. The family. It was like a family or a friend or somebody had contacted him and said like, "Hey, you did your job. He's dead." And so that was the voicemail. It was pretty rough. Yeah.
So
yeah, that was.
It didn't win.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
But with that, now on that guy, the silver lining is he had kids. So you think, how many kids do we potentially save?
mhm.
Right? I mean, if he was willing to do this to a random stranger, who was he willing to do in his home with his
Oh,
kids, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, I don't feel bad at all for that motherfucker. Like, fuck him. And he killed himself for a reason. At the end of the day, that's how I feel about it.
No,
So,
it's there's like this great Louis C.K. joke about it where he's talking about like how like in every society the worst thing you could ever possibly be labeled as is like a pedophile. It's like it is like the worst thing. Everyone,
yeah.
every culture is like fuck you. Like you go to prison, they want to kill you. Is the worst possible
Except
thing.
in India. But
Well, no, that's just. I don't know. I'm Indian. But no, it's just like the worst possible thing you can be.
Yeah.
And then like Louis' joke was like, so it must be really good because
No, I mean, it's true. I mean,
it's because I like that joke because he's like, you're going to throw everything away.
no,
Like-
I mean, you got to think too. Like one thing that I've had a conversation with is like pedophiles are really highly motivated people too. Like especially the guys at the upper echelon, like the real deal.
Jeffrey Epstein.
The Epsteins and
Mhm.
those guys. Like you got to be really motivated, right? Because if you're gonna sit and fuck kids,
You're gonna make a fake
You-
pizza shop.
yeah, you got to figure out ways to actually do that
It's like, it's like
and manufacture it. And
because it's like I know there are people I know I grew up with. Like there's one guy I know who is a pedophile. Went to jail for it when he was like molested a kid when he was like 6. He was like 16, but was like a child molested. Went to jail for it. Was on parole for like 8 years, like 7 years. Had to go to all these therapies, and from what I have like learned about it, it's like if they're able to catch these things in people when they're like young and like do all these therapies, because it's obviously it's a mental illness. Like if they are able to like do these therapies and all this shit, it's like a lot of those guys don't usually reoffend. It's just a lot, but there's so many guys who this was never caught. They didn't know, and then none of these none of these fucking emotions or whatever were ever treated with, and they're just like it just festers. And those guys are like the most dangerous people because they're just
Yeah.
like fucking crazy. So
No,
it's-
you're right. Yeah.
It's a fun world.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the thing that's scary is a lot of these guys that are doing this are victims of it at some point.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately.
It's crazy
What-
that like you were talking about like your football career. You started off as like like running back, became a safety. Coach Whittingham's like, no, your real role's a safety. Dude, he knew. He's like, dude, he knew.
He caught it.
He knew. He's like, no, dude, you got to protect these
He's like,
kids. You got to,
"That's
you got to go. He, dude, Coach Witt,
right.
Coach Witt's the GOAT.
Last
He
line.
he knows what position you need to be.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what job would you rather have? Like being if let's say like some like network was like promoted you and Colin to do your own show hunting these
Mhm.
guys,
Yeah.
or be 20 years younger and be an NFL player.
What would I choose? I don't know. Both of them have kind of ups and downs on it. I mean, the downside of being an NFL guy is you got to deal with, CTE and knee problems and all that.
Chuck
You know, with-
Liddell.
Yeah, with pedophile hunting, the downside is you got to like communicate with them, and you gotta. I mean, it's dark.
weird because you
It's
actually
very
have to
dark.
become closer to their world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do to a certain
I feel
extent.
like Chris Hansen had like the sweetest gigs. He had like a team who did all the chatting with
yeah,
the pedophiles.
no, for sure.
So he didn't.
That's the worst
his
part.
only interaction was the yeah, because Colin sent us the logs once
Oh,
because
dude.
he wanted Amanda and I to did you ever watch the old To Catch a Predators?
yeah.
They did these guys no favors when they read the chat logs because
Yeah.
the voices were insane.
Yes.
And so they wanted Colin had sent us a log to have Amanda and I record it, and we did. And I tried to do a creepy voice, but it just sounded like Batman.
yeah.
So
You can-
oh,
no, yeah,
that's
you
so
can-
good.
You talk,
Yeah.
talking as yourself would be crazy enough. Yeah.
And
No,
then,
it's
and
it's
then
terrible.
Amanda did like, oh, Mister, I've never seen a penis before. like,
Yeah.
and so like we read the whole like log of I think it was the guy who he got at the theater here in Orem
Okay.
and
yeah.
who drove off.
Yeah.
And so we
Yeah.
read his logs, and it was
Oh.
insane the stuff he was saying.
Oh, dude, it's insane. Yeah, I mean, it's that, and that's the part. Like, that's why we have to like take breaks from doing it because it's like so mentally taxing. Like sitting here listening to a grown man like talk to a child and like, hey, here's the things I'm gonna do to you sexually, and you're like, dude, what the fuck? And you're just out on the streets right now, roaming around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is this possible? And so it's very mentally taxing to go through those chats and to have those conversations with those people. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
dude, got to introduce some AI into this. Let
Yeah.
Siri do it for
Yeah,
you.
no,
Yeah.
there would be, yeah, for sure. And that's why I'm always excited whenever Colin has somebody that like randomly is in the area and like, hey, we caught a pedophile, like, can you come catch him? Like, those are the best because
It's
then
like,
we don't
it's
have
like
to
missionary
deal.
work.
It
Like,
really
you know,
is.
when I
You get a referral.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It really is the best because we don't have to do all the because that's it's so gross.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god! And that's the other thing I think about is all the guys that we like didn't catch that like we had conversations with around the country that like are still out there. Like there's a Portland pastor and like
Oh yeah.
like all that shit. And you're like, fuck
You
these
guys got to go
guys.
to Portland.
Yeah, we really do.
But he's still a pastor right now.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
Dude.
pastor.
Dude, that's a big one.
Yeah, that is a big one. Yep, that would be a whale.
I'd love to go out there. Let's go out there.
Let's go get him.
You know. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I think we got to wrap up.
Yeah. Well, thank you
Wrap
for
it
doing
up.
this. I don't know if you want the people to find you.
Yeah, rice.r.j on socials.
And real quick, if there was a country you could nuke off the face of the earth, what would it be? Can't be America.
Israel.
There we go. Right
There
off
it
the
is.
right off the bat. That's fun.
Fuck you guys.
There we go.
Does
Dude.
that include the Gaza Strip and the West Bank?
Nope.
Or is it okay? I didn't know if you were going by their definition
Yeah.
of what is
No.
Israel. or-
What they have right now.
Hey.
What they have right now
Hey,
is
You
good.
and Willie won both.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
But all right, sweet. But yeah, dude. Okay, and would we hire RJ? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, this is no. We need to get someone on who we know that we won't hire. And
That's
like
the
from
problem.
the
Well,
get-go,
well, also the
'cause
problem
we
is
only
like,
bring people
well,
on that we like.
Well, who else? I mean, how could we not hire him? We played up for a college football team that was undefeated
That's
and beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl.
I didn't have
Yeah.
to say anything else.
That
Also-
alone.
Did you beat BYU?
I did.
Yeah, it
There you
was
go.
Mountain West, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Mountain West.
Yeah, it was a
Max Hall.
John
Yeah,
Beck.
Max Hall.
Max Hall.
Max
Okay,
Hall.
wasn't
baby.
John
John Beck
Beck.
was 06. That was last season.
But Beck, I lost to Beck. I played Beck. We lost to Beck.
Was it that
the
crazy
Johnny
highlight?
The Harleen. Yep.
Oh, you
Yep.
were there for that.
I was there. I was on the
How
sideline.
how'd that feel?
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was a rough.
Hey, guess
rough
what? Though,
Game.
you beat fucking Nick Saban. So
That's
Dude,
right.
that-
we got to end this podcast.
Yeah.
Amen.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye.